Just how many buildings in Louisville have been designed by D.X. Murphy? If we want to talk about them all, this would be a documentary. So I am bringing you the first video in a series on the buildings and the legacy of Dennis Xavier Murphy, who was one of the most prominent architects in Louisville at the turn of the 20th century. Murphy was born in Louisville in 1853. He was the son of Irish immigrants, and he started his career pretty early in 1874, and he worked under a fellow Irish immigrant, Henry Whitestone, who was a very big name in architecture at the time. 7 years later, Whitestone retired, and Murphy took over the firm and changed its name to D.X. Murphy and Brother Architects. His two brothers, James and Peter, worked in the firm. James was a partner, Peter was not, but Peter would take over the firm as president after Dennis's death in 1933. If you couldn't tell from their names being Dennis, James, and Peter, the Murphy brothers were Roman Catholic, and they built many of the Louisville area churches. Their sister Mary was a nun, and so people have speculated that this was how they got a lot of these church commissions, but their predecessor Whitestone actually built the Cathedral of the Assumption downtown. So the firm already had a very good backing when Murphy eventually took it over. Murphy built the Jewish Hospital and the original Louisville General on Chestnut Street. He built Presentation Academy, which is a fantastic building. I love it. In 1905, Murphy designed the Jefferson County Jail, which is a very interesting building because it's built in the Chicago school style, which I'm a big fan of. So I will definitely be doing a full video on that building. And the list goes on. Whiskey Row, that was all D.X. Murphy. The Galt House expansion, D.X. Murphy. 1924, Murphy started to design our beloved Waverly Hills Sanitarium. And I love looking at the blueprints for Waverly because it's just crazy to think about how much work and thought really went into its production. And if that's just not enough for you, there was a young man, he was 24, his name's Joseph Valdez. He was working as a draftsman in Murphy's firm. In 1895, Valdez designed the grandstand and the twin spires of Churchill Downs, which is an irreplaceable icon of this city. Murphy designed some real cool residences as well, and I'll be looking at some other buildings that I haven't mentioned in this video because I have just scratched the surface of this firm's importance and influence. And D.X. Murphy is super important, not just because of his works in Louisville, but because he helped to continue what is today one of the nation's longest continuously running architecture firms. Today his firm is known as Luckett & Farley, and their offices are here on 3rd Street. So when you're down on Whiskey Row, or you're taking in a few mint juleps at Churchill Downs, please raise your glass to many more decades of thoughtful and lasting design in Louisville.